Good morning, guys. So how are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. So as you can see, trend chart formation, everything was looking good yesterday morning, but obviously we didn't break in the statistically more likely direction, but that is trading. It's all about statistics and probability. So we did break to the downside, but what we did in fact actually do though is we basically just stayed within this range. You can see on a 4-hour candle basis we wicked below. We had a liquidity hunt under this level, and then that was quickly brought back up. They brought the price back up by buying. So yeah, as you can see, we are still basically trading sideways in this range, which was, as you guys would know, when we had this bull flag, I kind of said I'm realistically expecting us to trade sideways, and if we were going to get a real breakout, then it wasn't a breakout of the triangle I was looking at. It was of the pennant. It was a breakout above either this high or this low, so a closing above this high or a closing above this low. I guess we literally wicked it slightly. Well, not wicked it, obviously it's not a wick on a closing basis, but I mean you can see we didn't really get a clear candle and a clear breakout. It was very fine margins, and then subsequently slammed back down. But yeah, I mean you can see pretty much price action being held within these horizontals. So what we shall do is just extend these along, seeing as we now probably need that extra. Let's see if I can grab this one. Alright, so right, I delete this one now, seeing as that's done. Yeah, so we are currently looking at this range. So this is what we are looking at: a break above or a break below here. You can see we've had a wick below. You can see we tried to break out the top side. What I will say is that this is quite a tight range for the current numbers we are playing with in Bitcoin. So how long we can stay in here would be questionable. I mean, you can kind of see we stayed in similar ranges for nearly twice the amount of time we're in this one now. But obviously numbers were a little bit smaller there for obviously the Bitcoin price. So yeah, we'll have a look at the stochastic later to kind of see if they give an indication of which way we could break. But I mean, we were in this range here. You can see we're trying to break this larger level support range. Well, support as in now we were above it. This range, that was our initial price target from this breakout. So if we do keep closing on the lows of this range we've got here, and clearly below this box we've got here, then I would have a downward bias to basically back testing this level here. To give me an upward bias, we would well realistically we'd want to be in the top part of the range, so above 23,500, and yeah, and then be looking for closes above basically 24,000. So yeah, that's kind of what I'd be looking at for upwards continuation. But my bias is to the downside, purely just based on looking at this chart, and that's not just because of trend or pattern or anything. It's just kind of with a view for how price moves, just how price action moves, which is what you guys probably noticed I base a lot of my trading on. The whole back check, forward check, pay check, basically back tests, horizontal levels, back tests are something that definitely are relevant in trading. Maybe not spoke about as much as they should be, because they're just not really that technical. So I guess people that want to talk about technical analysis and try and sound extra smart don't really talk about as much. But yeah, I mean that is a lot of the reason why I have a bias for a pullback down here. Obviously we are also below this basically what was a support zone when we were above it, what was our original resistance zone whilst we were below it. But yeah, we back below this box. and we're not far away, obviously, from breaking below these lows here. Obviously, we wicked below here, got bought back up. But, I mean, if we come and test it again, if we stay down here, you would expect that level to give way. And then, yeah, next stop would be the back test here. And that is not, like I've said also, this is the paycheck trade. This is potentially the paycheck trade for the big traders, the big investors, the patient people, the smart people. Obviously, it doesn't always work out, but this is where they will be looking to buy. Basically, we had the breakout. They can't get involved in the breakout because of the lack of liquidity. But as price action's coming down to this level, they will then be able to get a lot of fills down here. People will be basically having to stop out the positions down here, providing extra liquidity for them to buy, and then yeah, literally once they're in, then moons. So that is obviously pure speculation and conjecture. It's not necessarily what is or will happen, but it is basically what does happen in lots of different prices on charts in lots of different assets. So it is a potential scenario. So anyway, that is enough of that crystal ball. Just general talk. Yeah, so DXY, so this was clearly helping us out. This is what obviously made Bitcoin break to the downside, this push up here, and then yeah, subsequently we are retracing. So as it stands, we have got on this 4 hour, which is a higher low relative to here, and we were talking about looking for a retrace in this in the DXY, which is basically what we got. Funnily enough, you can see this trend line we got drawn in. This hasn't been moved. It's always been here. Hit it to the T. Hit that 91 handle to the T. So yeah, it is a question now of do we take out this level, in which case well, this will be the next target, or does this sort of like roll over, and then as soon as we take out this level here, we're going to be accelerating to the downside. This obviously means Bitcoin down. This obviously means Bitcoin up, as obviously you guys all know. Stocks obviously not having the greatest time. Obviously they're not too happy about potential mutations in certain world health issues. So that's obviously what that hit was. But yeah, then they subsequently kind of realized that, well, more free money, more free asset price inflation. Who cares about the real economy or anything like that? And yeah, just came basically back up. So yeah, pretty savage move down here in the S&P, but yeah, bought back up, as you can see, bought back up, and yeah, and then obviously that is a yeah, potential signal for a more continuation to the upside. A liquidity hunt to the low, a downside, bought straight back up, and you would then expect continuation to the upside, but we shall see. Obviously nothing is certain. That just is the most likely scenario. Ethereum, let's have a look at that Satoshi pairing. It pains me to look at this chart. But hey, it is what it is. Ethereum coming, well, as you can see, we're coming down at these lows. I mean, you can talk about double bottoms, triple bottoms, but here was your I don't really like double bottoms anyway, but here was your double bottom, your bounce, your actual liquidity hunt lower than that bottom, and then the nice move up. We're now coming down for this level again, which is not ideal at all in any way, shape or form. This chart does not look good. Basically, there's not really much else I can say about it. We are at a very important level though, so can we muster some sort of a bounce from here? I mean, what would look nice for price action would be, not obviously for long-term Ethereum, not for long-term for the chart, but what would look nice price action wise would be a turnaround from here and then get back up to this level, then potentially get rejected from this level and have a head and shoulders, and then a catastrophic dump. that would look very normal for just a pure a price action maximalist. A price action maximalist would look at that and think, yeah, that looks like a nice chart. Looking pretty weak, head and shoulders. Bounced off an important level a few times, bang, take it out, absolute capitulation. Do I want that to happen? No. Do I think that will happen? I mean, I am a price action maximalist, as you guys know. So to see that happen would not be, yeah, I mean, alright, that's enough. That's enough. As we can see, the dollar pairing not doing very well. Well, this looks like basically an attempted breakup, which then pull back into the triangle. So I mean, this trend line is clearly going to be of importance. If we lose this, realistically we're trading in this box, so we can come back down to sub 500 and trade in this wider range. But if we do hold this level, we could then actually have a nice breakout to the upside. But yeah, it's all coming down to basically the BTC dominance, which has now printed obviously highs above this high. So yeah, just devastation for alts on the whole, guys. As I'm sure we're all aware. So yeah, that's enough of that. Let's see if we can get any reads on the stochastic about well, basically about, are we gonna hold this range and break to the upside, or are we gonna lose it? So I mean, 4 hour is looking like it could give us a good chance of, well, holding where we are at least, as this could then start to have a drive to the upside. 10 hour is diving pretty hard here, and 12 hour is actually coming down now out of this bullish zone. So this is definitely a red flag. This is definitely a warning signal. I mean, you see, we can have this and come back up. You can see we can break down and come back up. But either way, it is a warning sign, because also you can see we break down and come down, we break down, come down, we break down, come down, and then we finally break down and come down. I mean, obviously we could do this, but yeah, we just gonna have to keep an eye on that. Daily looking like it's turning down as well, which it is turning down. Everything above this maybe not looking so bad. Well, actually, having said that, 5-day and weekly looking like they're turning down. But yeah, so mixed messages on the higher time frame, not great messages on the medium time frame and lower time frame, to be honest. Well, what can you read much into a 4 hour when you've got general bearish indications on all these time frames? So stochastics not looking great, guys, not looking great. And like I said, price action wise, a back test of this level would be very nice, in the macro trend. Obviously, you guys trading sub 4 hour charts it's just gonna look like an absolute travesty, a move down to here. But if you are looking at well, it is a bigger picture compared to obviously what you're looking at, but I guess 4 hours not a bigger picture compared to weekly or monthly, because weekly and monthly are clearly going to be well, just looking obviously just great. There's weekly and there's monthly, just straight up. I don't even need to expand on the chart for you to see that. But yeah, I mean, the medium term though, this is on the cards, guys. Don't rule it out. Again, I will mention it, but again, I will drill this in. A lot of it does depend on the dollar. The dollar's potentially on this 4 hour putting a lower high here, so it is potentially looking to make a retrace. Remember, there's all the buy the rumor, sell the fact with regards to the $1 trillion stimulus that's coming. So is there going to be a bounce in the dollar? I have been saying look out for it, because we've had quite a big move down, and we often just get sideways upwards digestion of that price action. So a nice target would be around the 92s for any sort of pullback. So yeah, that is it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.